The views and opinions expressed on this website and in these videos are solely those of the original authors and are not legal advice. These views and opinions do not necessarily represent those of Sela or any other contributors to this website. No attorney-client relationship is formed by viewing the video.
Hi, I'm Lauren Tukalski. I'm an employment attorney and a member of the California Employment Lawyers Association. This video provides general information to California workers. The COVID-19 pandemic has driven employers across California to relocate their operations into your living room, your home office, or any other space that you can spare at home. This move has many workers wondering, does my employer have to compensate me for the expenses I incur working from my home instead of at the office? In California, employers are required to reimburse workers for necessary work-related expenses. For example, if your employer requires you to use your own personal cell phone for work, it must reimburse a portion of your cell phone bill. Another example, if you are required to use your own vehicle for work purposes, for example, to drive to the bank, your employer must reimburse you for the mileage that you drive. It's even possible that your employer may be required to pay a portion of your home internet or electricity bill, although there's no clear guidance. Here are some tips for getting reimbursed for work expenses. Tip number 1, if you think that you need something for work, like a headset or a scanner, ask your employer in writing before you buy one. Your employer may be willing to pay for it, but may have a budget that you need to stick to. You probably can't get reimbursed for a $1,000 headset, for example. Tip number 2, ask your employer if it has a written reimbursement policy. If it does have a policy, you should try to follow it as best you can. If not, ask the employer to draft one so that you have the clear guidance that you need. Tip number 3, ask your employer if there is a written form that it would like you to use in order to seek reimbursement. If so, use that form and submit documentation to support your requests. Tip number 4, document all work-related expenses. It is important to keep your receipts and bills, especially if there's a dispute about whether one of your expenses is really necessary for work. Tip number 5, keep in mind that use of a home computer, a home scanner, a home printer, or your personal cell phone for work-related purposes may be reimbursable. Save any emails from your employer directing you to use your own personal devices, such as cell phones or laptops, for work. And document the use of your own personal items for work. You may be able to seek reimbursement. And finally, tip number 6, keep notes about why you incurred each expense. Be as specific as possible. Keep track of the hours that you are working at home. This may help you claim a percentage of a home internet or home electricity bill, for example. This video was produced as part of the California Employment Lawyers Know Your Rights series. We are an organization dedicated to the protection of the legal rights of workers. For more information on workplace issues created by the coronavirus pandemic, please check out the other videos and visit our blog, selavoice.org.